What's happening, everybody? Late morning. Quincy. Trash. Oh. Walking around. Got a new jacket. Thank you, Tracy, at the thrift store. She saw me going to have breakfast at Sage and Salt a little after 10. And she comes up to me. I've known Tracy for a long time. She's always been very kind to me and always helped me with gear and, you know, if I needed a blanket to stay warm, like even these pants, she gave me these pants. Just lovely lady. Bless. So I'm at Sage and Salt. She comes in and says, would you be maybe interested in doing some physical labor for a little bit? I'm like, yeah, of course. That's what I'm here for. I'm very strong. She said, well, I can't keep up on the leaves outside my shop. Excellent. Do you have a broom? I'll come do it after I eat. And then just sitting there, I was waiting. I was like, well, let's go do that right now to get started at least. So I swept her front walk. It took, 20, 30 minutes. And I love sweeping. I really do love it. And she hands me some cash. I thought it was a $5 and then another bill. So I thought it was $10 because, 20, 30 minutes maybe. Give me $25. It's like, phew. So I got a new jacket, a new backpack. This is cool. This is super beachy. Brand new. Never used. $12 for the backpack. $8 for the jacket. And I got a new belt, which is this rope. You'll see it later. So like $22.75. So I like supporting local businesses that are reasonable and helpful and kind. Because it is possible to have a successful business and be kind at all, and empathetic and courteous and compassionate and lend to the poor. That's actually the way it's supposed to be. What does it say in Proverbs? Solomon talks about how there's one who never gives and lacks, and there's one who gives freely and has everything he needs. And that's the idea. Be an open vessel. Become an open vessel. Dedicate your life to the service of others. And that comes back to you. It's not just karma. That's just good behavior. And you gotta put up boundaries and be wary of people who take advantage of your kindness, because most people take kindness for weakness, which is strange. More noises. Am I getting better? I think I'm getting better at just tolerating it, because you gotta laugh. I think last night actually finally broke me of complaining about it, because I'm finally sleeping. I got a nice warm spot in the corner in front of the Taco Bell I used to work at that's now closed. And it's like, well, I'm on my way to the mountain. I made it this far, and everybody knows, all the deputies know what I'm doing. They've been asking for my help, literally asking for my help for information on, like, my friend Lane was apparently he got beat up and his bike stolen. So they wanted to know if I knew anything about that. And I'll help my friend out. If I knew something, I would say it. I'm not going to rat people out, but, I don't know the story. But Lane's a good friend, and I would stick up for him. So Officer Gott and I have kind of come to a truce of, like, hey, you do your job, I do mine. And finally, they're turning kind of a blind eye to me posting up in town and me being out and about and having to survive. They understand. The car was impounded. I have this gear. I'm not throwing it away. I gave 3 sleeping bags away this week. So, I'm also not stingy. I'm very generous with my possessions. Anybody needs anything, like, I'll buy a 6-pack of rolled, like, cheese danishes from Safeway, right? Or a 6-pack of ice cream sandwiches or whatever. And I'll ask the checker if they'd like one, because I can't eat 6. I wanted 2. I don't need 6. So it's just this is the way the universe works. It's the wheel that turns. In Hindu religion and philosophy, the wheel that turns is the swastika. No comment on that politically, but I'm just saying, the wheel that turns over and gets things moving, gets the ball rolling. I'm not a Nazi. Might be a fascist in the Benito Mussolini sense. I want this rack off this bike. I keep forgetting to bring my Allen key set. I want that to put on my Trek. And the seat's a good seat. Chain's probably still okay. It's been sitting there for a couple of days, and the wheels are good. Those are worth $50 just as they sit. I know Vanessa put that there a couple weeks ago. I keep forgetting to bring the tools. So yeah, on the bicycle. Look, finally some quiet. Finally, and I'm getting tired. I wonder why I'm getting tired. Well, I posted a video about it, and finally, none of your business says, "Oh, I agree. I'm with you on this one." So I don't know if I know you, or if you're one of my kids, or is that Natalie? I mean, I'm trying to suss it out and figure who we are. I'm not trying to be rude or whatever, but we disagree on basically everything. Whatever. Win some, you lose some. You can't lose them all, kind of thing. And if you don't like me, you don't like me. That's it's your business, not mine. I'm doing fine. So I got a couple praise reports. I'm tired, but I did get some extra. I did get a couple hours more sleep. I got out of my sleeping bag about 7:10 after, I had to walk around town for like 45 minutes. I got cold, and I went back to my sleeping bag about 4 a.m. Put on video and finally dozed off around 4:30. And the guy was still running his machine when I got back at 4 a.m. When I got back in the sleeping bag, he was still on his machine. Okay, that's loud. Okay, I don't need to be around that. I don't need to. I don't want to be involved in your drama. I want to bring peace to everybody. To maintain my own peace is very difficult. It's Quaching King, grasshopper. What I'm doing right now, this is my gift, right? But it's because I have centered myself. I've processed everything, and I'm here to help. And you should be able to feel that. Like, you really should be able to feel the good vibes I'm putting out. You should. I mean, some people can't. Some people just can't feel good vibes. Because they don't feel anything. And you're numb. You're like it's like a soldier that loses an arm in battle, and then for the rest of their life they have shadow pains in the arm that existed. Like you've all lost the machinery that feels these things. You've severed it. You severed it from yourself. In fact, I think it's 2 Timothy, Paul talks about this. Their consciences have been seared as with a hot iron. So, when you lose a limb, it has to be cauterized and all that. So you've cauterized your soul with your cold hearts. That's just the way this works. It's sad. I mean, I can't give you your arm back, but Jesus can. I can point out, hey man, you're missing an arm. You're missing the machinery now that you need to feel these things. And that's bad. Like, you really should do whatever you can to repair it and stop acting weird and be a good person. Like, find out, not saying about being a good person. Like, you literally don't have the machinery anymore. I saw this jewelry box last week. I'm going to take it this time. This was all free pile stuff weeks ago. Take out the trash. See, this is the way it works. Take out the trash. See the trash? And then you get a gift. Jewelry box, this is good. Take out the trash. Take out the garbage and the trash, or you won't get no spending cash. So this morning, that's super, super sweet of Tanya. In the time it took for me to sit down and order breakfast, and before my breakfast got cold, I had finished the job, and I could go back and do a little more. But I was having breakfast. And she gave me $25. On top of that, even better, I walk up to Plymouth Rural Services with the cart loaded for battle. That's at least 150 pounds. Who's barking at me? I don't like barking dogs. At least 150 pounds. Why would you have a dog in your ear all the time that barks at everything? Leave it at home or I don't know. Just don't understand. Okay. No, take it personally. Take nothing personally. Just enjoying myself, having a nice morning. And I am. I'm having a nice morning. I'm having a fantastic morning, actually. Pick up this trash, too. Someone helping paint, looks like. Picked the wrong week. Stop sniffing glue, kind of thing. So, yeah, I got my cart, at least 150 pounds. Which adds a level of difficulty because you can't, even a little bump like this on the sidewalk can throw you off, and it gets unsettling. And if I don't focus, I built the rudders with the sticks, the steering rudders. It's very balanced, but it's also top heavy. So that thing is easy to tip. I tipped it once the other night when I was a little bit tipsy. I was tipsy, so I tipped my cart. That's okay. I mean, everything's coming together, but it is loaded for war. It is loaded for battle. And I walk it up to Plymouth Rural Services, which is up the hill, in between Quincy and East Quincy. About, what was that? The milepost sign at the top of the hill is 44.67, I think, or 44.84, I can't remember. And at Safeway's at 43 something, so it's about a mile up the hill, and it's 5-6%, and I'm pushing 150 pounds. So that's a good task, definitely a physical task. So I'm tired from that too. But I get there, I go to Plymouth Rural Services. I was told to go there by DMV to get a washer. So when I find a washer, on the sidewalk, it's a washer, right? What I hear in spirit when I find a washer is, wash her, wash your bride. Like Christ washes the church in his blood. I don't even know who my bride is. Just she's out there somewhere. Hello. Maybe that's her. Yeah, I say hello and you say hello and I say I do. The Chili Pepper song. I don't expect to get married anytime soon. So I walk up to Plymouth Rural Services where I was sent by DMV to get a voucher for free ID or a discount ID, $11, so I can get a California ID and I can get on California benefits. I can get a free phone from the guy who's here every week with his kiosk. And then I can make phone calls. I can actually stay in touch with the world and actually have a working phone. That would be fantastic. Excuse me. And so, let me sit down. I've had enough. Let me sit down, relax, get out of the noise. I think it's not Jetty. It's the daughter of the owner of the coffee shop. Came out. She needs a certain kind of change. I'm gonna sweep all this today. My task is I'm gonna get a room from somewhere and sweep this. I already made $25 today. So, but on top of that, I went to Plymouth Rural Services and asked if I can get a free route. They had no idea what I was talking about. They'd never heard of such a thing. And they said I'm in the wrong place. But I had my card up there. I'm like, I pushed my card all the way up here. They gave me some ideas where to go, like the annex, dry buggers. It's for the life outside. Guy was actually really helpful. This guy Bob comes out. The girl at the check-in spot was really young, and she went and got this guy Bob, about my age, maybe a little younger. and like, fit well, like I look like a soldier. And he comes out, he's like 6 foot tall, and I'm sitting down, he stands over me. I'm like, he asked me, well, he's not trying to be confrontational, he's trying to be kind, trying to be helpful. But I say, hey, I don't like being stood over. Do you mind if I stand up? He said, oh, I understand. Thank you for letting me know. So that's cool. Like, he understood my PTSD with that, being dominated by, you generally, in my life, not from the military service, but that's from talking to a lot of cops in my day and being arrested 13 times. I had PTSD. So, but we talked man to man, and I asked him where I would go for help, and he had some ideas, and he offered to let me store my cart there, and I tarped it up, and so now the cart's on the hill, meaning I can, this afternoon or later, before dark tonight, I'm going to go up there and move it to the gate at least, or somewhere where I can start caching and what's that called? Not babying. When you make camps on camps and you move things. I think it's cache. I can start moving stuff to where I'm going to build my shelter. And Cam hasn't showed up. It's Wednesday now, so 3 days in. He's supposed to be here on Monday. So now I got to take matters in my own hands. I got one more dry day, and that's fine. I think I'm gonna get out of the noise and go in and get my daily coffee. It's not quite noon yet, so. But Bob asked me. He's like, well, if you had the money, because it's $39 for an ID. He said, if you had the money in your pocket, because I said I have $16 left, and the ID is $39. So if you had that much money, would you go get the ID? I said, well, I'll be totally honest with you. If I had that kind of money, I'd go get a good meal. And he hands me a $20 bill. That's $45 already today, and that's a good day. I'm happy, and I just spent it though on breakfast and this jacket, and the gym pass was $47.75. So I think I have like $13. No, I still have some money on my PayPal. Less than 40 though, so we got about $50 left, I think, all together. And that's really good. I mean, I made 25 from labor. I made 20 from this guy just handing me 20 for being nice. And now it's not even noon, and I got a whole new outfit. I got this beautiful. Look at this backpack. I love this backpack. This is so. See how I listen to spirit. Literally, here's a lesson in how to listen to spirit. This tells me, original Senor Lopez. This tells me I'll be in San Diego soon, like before Christmas. Probably after Sparkle. I'll make Quincy Sparkle, then I'll go to San Diego. I'll sit and get the sage business going. God bless you. That's what's good. It's really good. I got $50 left. I made some money today. I have a lot of energy. I mean, kinda. I'm tired, but I have a lot of strength. Oh, that was the other thing that happened at the PRS, Plymouth Rural Services. Some ladies came in to pick up donated canned goods, and it was in a big, like, 25-gallon, tote. And it was all full of canned goods, which is probably like 80 pounds. And I'm sitting there, and the two girls, and they're fit, like they young ladies are fit. And they stand on one on each side, and they try to lift it, and they're like, I'm like, I got it. They walk up, where are we going? And I feel like a bridge troll, But they're like, what? How did you do that? Like, don't worry about it. I've been pushing this shopping cart around. She's like, you're really strong. But yeah, it happens. So God bless America. That's what I got to say today. Love you guys. That's enough for the morning. Over and